And what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Bridging the Geekdom. So, Disney, their shareholders meeting, and my thing is all sorts of messed up there. Anyway, Disney's shareholder meeting is today, 4:30 on East Coast time, 1:30 Pacific time. So we're just about an hour away from some pretty big announcements coming out of Disney in regards to Lucasfilm, Marvel, Pixar, 20th Century Pictures, and all that jazz. I'm looking forward to it. Now, there's been a lot of information coming out the last few days regarding Spider-Man 3, and I think that was all, not all, but I think some of it was actually planned by Disney, putting little things out there to build hype for today and hoping people will tune in and listen and watch or whatever you're going to do when it comes to the shareholder meeting. So today, in about an hour, that's what's going on. But what are we expecting? Well, Star Wars fans, get ready. We're going to have some big Star Wars things dropping today. They're saying, the rumor verse is running around saying, hey, look, Star Wars is going to expand big time. There's going to be a big expansion in what Star Wars is going to be, and that's all going to be announced today. Whether that is additional episodes, series on Disney Plus, or future films, whatever it is, we're going to get that information today. Now, I've heard that the Star Wars movie that is due to release in 2023, in December 2023, that movie I'm hearing is supposed to be the first of the Rian Johnson trilogy. That could change, but that is what I heard from somebody a couple weeks ago. And I kind of threw it out there at spoilerverse.com, so go ahead, head over there to the Rumorverse, check out what I had to say about that. Other options that could be are the Taika Waititi Star Wars movie, which some are speculating are one and the same with the Kevin Feige film that is due to come out. Who knows? Maybe that's what it is. I'm hoping that either one, I don't care. I want more Star Wars movies. I hate that we have to wait till 2023, making it 4 years between films. But either way, we have some amazing content on Disney Plus that's coming from the Star Wars side. Obviously, they're going to officially announce Season 3 of The Mandalorian is a go. Production is due to begin if it has not already begun. So I think that it's going to finally officially be announced today. With that, production for Cassian Andor is going on. Production for Obi-Wan, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is due to start in January. With all of that said, we may get some release dates or time frames for those specific series. I think Cassian Andor is going to come out sometime middle of next year, middle of 2021, with, I believe, the Kenobi series. I think that's going to come out probably the beginning of 2022 because, they don't want to overstuff everything with Star Wars, because not only that, but they have so much Marvel coming out as well. Before we get to that, though, I believe a Boba Fett miniseries is also going to be announced. This has been speculated for some time. This is going to be a miniseries, kind of like the Kenobi series is going to be. It's a miniseries, probably a shorter episode count than 8, maybe 5, 6 episodes, one and done, kind of just giving us some backstory of what happened to Boba Fett from Return of the Jedi to where he pops up in The Mandalorian. So I think that's going to happen. We're going to get the Ahsoka Tano series announcement because whether you want to believe it or not, they didn't get Rosario Dawson for not 5 minutes, but I mean a 30-minute episode of screen time. That's not why they got Rosario Dawson. They got somebody like her who's as talented as her, who's capable of leading a series on her own. They got her for an Ahsoka Tano series, which will be announced also today. With that, I think we're going to get some information on Bad Batch. That's the animated series that is going to be is being spun off from the Clone Wars. And we're also going to get some information regarding the High Republic, whether we're going to get a live action show or an animated show. I think it's going to be animated, but I think that's going to be announced as well. As for that, we may have some surprises with the Star Wars, grand scheme of things, possibly, but realistically, I think that's about all we're going to see come from Star Wars out of today. Indiana Jones. That's been in the works now. I think they started talking about it in 2014. It's been 6 years since they've officially really talked about it. We know Steven Spielberg has walked away from the project, so we will have a new director taking on, Indiana Jones. We know Harrison Ford has stated that he is up for coming back and will come back to the role. So what are they going to do? I don't know, but possibly today we find out. I'm kind of hoping we do, even if it's just a release date. They say, coming in 2022, coming in 2023, whatever it is. I just kind of want to see some movement on Indiana Jones. I'm a huge Indy fan, have been almost my entire life. Granted, I think Temple of Doom is the worst one, but that's a discussion for another time. Now, Marvel. I know a lot of people want to talk about Marvel. And, I'm not going to touch on the Pixar stuff here because we got Soul coming out on the 25th. And I think they're going to announce their next big project. But besides that, I think Pixar, that's going to be more adapted to solely be on Disney Plus moving forward. I don't think we're going to see any theatrical releases of Pixar films moving forward. It's all going to be thrown on Disney Plus. We're going to get into Disney Plus here in a second. But Marvel, the Marvel universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe, we haven't had anything since the summer of 2019, everyone. It's been a year and a half, nearly a year and a half, since we've had any sort of Marvel Cinematic Universe release. Now, the next one up, as of right now, as of me talking to you all, the next one up is on January 15th. WandaVision is releasing on Disney Plus, the first of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's television shows. Now, by all accounts, what we've seen, it looks fantastic. I cannot wait for it. I think it's going to be a bold, trippy type of show that's going to just do some amazing things and expand Marvel and take them in a direction that no one ever thought that they would go. But Black Widow was supposed to come out almost a year ago. Eternals was supposed to come out back this past November. Now, right now, they're both set for next year. Black Widow has been moved to May of 2021, and Eternals has been moved to November of 2021. Now, we also have Shang-Chi. We also have Spider-Man 3, which is technically a Sony picture movie in conjunction with Marvel Studios. Those are also supposed to come out in 2021. That would be a very stuffed 2021 when you also look at Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki and WandaVision. That is a very stuffed 2021 when it comes to Marvel content. So there's nothing you can do. It's all going to be coming out in 2021, but with the pandemic still unknown what's going to happen. My state right now, they're talking about shutting us down again. And about a half an hour, I'm going to find out if I have a job for the next few weeks or not. So no one really knows what's going on with the pandemic. We know that the vaccine's coming, but Disney needs to take care of themselves. They need to make sure that they appease their shareholders, that they appease the fans, and that they make some money. Banking on Black Widow able to come out in May is not something that they can really do right now, because that movie coming out has to come out before everything else does. Marvel does things a certain way because things lead into different things, into different things, into different things. Pugh, who is the sister, I believe the sister of Black Widow in the Black Widow movie, by all accounts is supposed to be taking on the mantle of Black Widow after this film, and she's supposed to show up in Falcon and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye. And if that's the case, that movie needs to come out before those shows come out. Now, Falcon and Winter Soldier has been done. I mean, they're pretty much done. They're ready to go. They need to get that thing out. Black Widow is going to be moved to Disney Plus, and it's going to come out first quarter of 2021. That is what I suspect is going to happen with Black Widow. I've talked about it the past couple days on my show. Look for it, guys. It's going to happen. It's going to come out. With WandaVision coming out in January, I'm going to say February it's going to drop on Disney Plus. That's what I'm banking on right now. So keep an eye out for that to be announced today. With that, I think Eternals is also going to be something that they're going to shift around maybe move that back to the May date that was supposed to be Black Widow. You move it back to May, put it where Black Widow was. That then allows Spider originally supposed to do from the very beginning and come out as they need to. But that means Falcon and Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, and Loki, those all need to be lined up properly. I think that Falcon and Soldier will then come out probably in April sometime and release it on Disney Plus, with Eternals coming out in May. And then you have Spider-Man July, probably have Shang-Chi moving into that November slot, with Loki and Hawkeye fitting in between those somewhere. That's my expectation for Marvel when it comes to today. That's what I think they're going to do today. Announce with all their announcements, all their reveals. I think we're going to get some trailers, not necessarily with a lot of stuff, but I think we're going to see some footage from Eternals. I think we're going to see the Falcon and Winter Soldier. People have been dying to see the Falcon and Winter Soldier stuff, so I think we're going to get some of that as well. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. I mean, we're now a little less than an hour away from this thing, popping off. The Disney Investors Day of 2020. They have a web show going on. You can find it over, I believe it's DisneyInvestors.com or something like that. Just look it up. You're going to find it. They're over on Twitter. Disney is promoting the crap out of it on Twitter right now. But what do you guys think? Now, I see a bunch of comments here. I'm driving right now. I'm trying not to read the comments, but I will pull them up here. Just want to see who's saying stuff to me. Let's see. We got, do you think we will get an announcement on the Disney Plus Cars series? Now, that's interesting. The Pixar stuff, I really don't know. I think that they're going to do a lot when it comes to Pixar. I think that they're going to push a lot of it on Disney Plus now. That's what I see happening. The Cars series, I don't know. I've heard rumblings about it. I've heard that that they want it to be made. I don't get it. I'm not a Cars fan. I thought all those movies, I think there's 2 or 3 of them, I thought were pretty bad. I didn't like a single one. My son, my 9-year-old, when he was young, when he was like 4 or 5, he loved them. Maybe that's why I don't like them so much, because I just watch them day in and day out. But definitely, definitely, it is what it is there. What's going on, Caleb? Thanks for joining again today. What did you say? Just hoping for updates on the Predator reboot and the rumored film adaptation of Alien Isolation video game. Here's the thing. When it comes to 20th century pictures, I really don't know what they're going to be doing with that. It's really interesting because the Alien franchise, the Predator franchise, and Avatar, those are kind of their big 3 franchises right now that they could do a lot with, that people are eager to see. I don't know why people want to see Avatar, but they do. Avatar 2 has filmed. I think we're going to get some information on that. I think that's going to stick to being a Christmas release of next year, only because Disney really likes to use that Christmas time frame to release things, and Avatar just makes sense since they don't have a Star Wars to do there. Let's see, what else you saying, Caleb? I think we might see a teaser for Avatar. Yeah, as I was just saying, I think Avatar, there'll be clarification on that coming out next Christmas, and probably with a teaser. That would make the most sense to me, because people are looking forward to it. Now with Predator and Alien, I know that there's a discussion that they're going to make a sequel to Predator, or Predators, which starred Adrian Brody. Fantastic movie, by the way. Way better than that Shane Black Predator movie that came out a few years ago. Don't understand why they even made that movie. It was one of the worst Predator movies or Alien type of movies that I've ever seen. It was just horrendous. It was hard for me to get through. But definitely hope that Adrian Brody sequel, Predator sequel, does get made, because I'm looking forward to it. But this is a big day, because Disney Plus is going to be the forefront of everything that Disney announces today. Whether you like it or not, Disney Plus is going to become the home of pretty much 90+% of what Disney and the Disney family puts out moving forward. It's not that they have lost their faith in theaters and the theatrical experience, but with the pandemic going on, that kind of pushed everything to rush to these streaming services. And that's kind of a big deal. That's actually a really big deal right now, especially with what Warner Brothers just did not 2-3 days ago in announcing their entire 2021 slate of theatrical films being put on HBO Max. That is a huge deal. Very, very big deal. Wait, I read the article wrong. Adaptation of Alien Isolation, not a film. It's apparently a partnership with Universal Parks because an Alien might not work in Disney Parks. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think if I heard right, Ridley Scott was discussing doing another Alien film. So we'll see how that all plans out. Now, I tell you what I want, though. I want Neil Blomkamp's Alien film that was supposed to happen prior to the Prometheus and Alien stuff that Ridley Scott did. Like that concept art that is out there. I think you all need to go find it because if you can, it would look fantastic. Neil Blomkamp, who was supposed to direct the Halo movie back in like 2005, 2006, ended up going and doing District 9 and what was the other one, Elysium or something like that. He's done some pretty awesome films, and I want to see his Alien movie that he was supposed to do before it got canceled. I mean, it just looked fantastic. It really did. Sweat. Yeah, is that Sweat? Hello. How's it going, man? What's going on? Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Again, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, please. I love doing this. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait. We're about 40 minutes away from the Disney investors webinar or whatever you want to call it, webcast that they're doing for 2021 and forward and beyond. This is going to be a big day, guys. This is a big day. If you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a Marvel fan, if you're a Disney fan at all, we're going to get a lot of information today. I'm looking forward to it. I also think that there's going to be discussion about, and getting back to the Disney Plus stuff, there's going to be a lot of discussion about how they're going to utilize Disney Plus moving forward and how they're going to start integrating more adult content. Now, there's been rumor of like Disney Plus Star or even the integration of Hulu with Disney Plus. Maybe they have something in mind that they're going to talk about today, or maybe they're just going to say they are working on integrating Hulu or creating a tier system. That's something that I've heard, that they're going to do a tier system. So you pay $6.99 and you get what you're getting now. You pay $12.99 and you'll get a little more. You pay $20, you get a little more. That's something that's been rumored. That really is. Yeah, there's the John Carpenter canceled Alien. I've never actually heard of that. Definitely message me, Caleb. Like throw me a message on Twitter and tell me a little bit more about that, because I've never actually heard that John Carpenter had anything with Alien. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a big Alien fan. I've enjoyed most of the Alien products that have come out, but that I've never actually heard of. And there's a lot of potential for Alien, and it's never been utilized, and it's maddening because there is just so much potential there. What's going on, little trip? Big fan of Spider-Man. I can't see because the sun's in my eyes, but hey, what's going on? So let's get back to Marvel a little bit here. I know I'm jumping back and forth, but all that news that dropped yesterday, or the last couple days, Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock, Daredevil, going to be in Spider-Man 3. Andrew Garfield. Now they're saying that Tobey Maguire was getting a fitting for his suit today and blah, blah, blah. Look, it's all rumor till it's official. Even Alfred Molina has not been officially confirmed by the studio or Molina or the reps themselves. So keep that in mind. I'm excited about it. Spider-Man 3, I think, is going to be a fantastic movie. I really liked Far From Home. I really liked Homecoming. I have my issues with Tom Holland Spider-Man. I think they made him too much like Iron Man and too reliant on Iron Man in those few films that we've seen him in with Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and so on. It kind of irks me that his suit has AI, all that kind of stuff. But with all that said, it is what it is. I can get by it, move forward. Don't need to dwell on something like that, because I think the films have been fantastic and exciting and fun. And that's all I'm looking for in a Spider-Man movie. Now, the potential of all these characters popping up, I think, are very, very high. Yes, I said high. I think that it's a very good possibility it's going to happen. There's a reason why Doctor Strange is in this movie. Don't think that there's no connection to Doctor Strange and then his movie, The Multiverse of Madness. Don't think that there's no correlation to those two films, being connected in some form or fashion, especially with Doctor Strange being in both. There is going to be connective tissue with the multiverse here. And I truly believe we're going to get nothing more than cameos with most of these actors and characters. All right? I think Andrew Garfield is going to play a slightly bigger role than, say, Tobey Maguire would, or Kirsten Dunst, or Emma Stone, or even Alfred Molina. But I think overall, most of these characters are going to be small little cameo moments that are there to excite fans. They're going to be moments that are thrown in there that are like, hey, wink to the fans. That they could easily be removed had an actor not signed on or decided, no, I don't want to do that. It's not for me. That's what I believe is what's going to happen with these characters. I think Jamie Foxx is Electro. I think, and I talked about this yesterday, and Alfred Molina is Dr. Octavius. I think they're going to be in the movie, but they're not going to be portraying the kids that they portrayed it in their previous Spider-Man outings. But there are different versions of them, the Tom Holland universe of them, to set up a future with them as bad guys. That's just what I believe. Is it setting up a Sinister Six? A lot of people are speculating that. You already have Vulture, you have Scorpion, you have Shocker. Now with Doc Ock, now with Electro, and then is there a possibility that Venom pops up or Morbius pops up in this movie? All of it is possible. All of it is possible. If I'm going to say over under, I'm just going to take 50% chance. Am I over 50% or below 50% that we could see Venom in this? I'm going to say I'm right under the 50% mark there. Same with Morbius. But if you're asking me about Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, Emma Stone, I'm going to be over that 50% mark. I really think it's something that's going to happen. I'm totally down for it. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be fantastic. Same with Charlie Cox. I think that is over 50% of happening. Now, I think, Caleb, you were mentioning, and I jumped on yesterday, Caleb, I think you mentioned, I jumped online today and was taking a look a little further into it. It looks like, yes, they were mulling around the idea of actually having She-Hulk be in Spider-Man 3 as the lawyer. But they turned around and decided to go with Matt Murdock because of just how popular of a character he is. And they already had him cast, and they think, just like everything else, it'd be a nice little wink. No one really knows who the She-Hulk character is, and there goes my phone again. Nobody really knows who the She-Hulk character is, and introducing her in such a small role probably wouldn't be a great idea in this movie. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's it's great. A lot's coming out today, everyone, and I've seen my numbers go up. It was viewers here. It was going up and down. Thank you so much for watching. It's great. Again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I love doing it. I love talking to you guys. I love talking about all this stuff because it is exciting. And I do have some information. Like I said, Star Wars. I've heard about Rian Johnson's trilogy. I heard about the Boba Fett series. I heard about the Ahsoka Tano series. All that stuff is on the table. If you're a Star Wars fan, I'm telling you, those reports coming out today that there's going to be some big announcements and big reveals for Star Wars, don't take those lightly. All right? Don't take them lightly because there's some big things happening. Talked about some Spider-Verse information here, Caleb. I don't know, man. This isn't going to be a Spider-Verse movie. This is a multiverse movie of sorts. There's going to be aspects of the multiverse that are going on here. I don't 100% understand what's going to happen. I have a feeling that it may actually have something to do with WandaVision. And I think what happens in WandaVision this January, or however many episodes it goes for, I think what happens in that show is going to set off a chain of events in the Marvel Cinematic Universe like you would not believe. And I think that it's okay for Black Widow to come out after this, because Black Widow, by all accounts, is a prequel to Black Widow, to all of the stuff that Black Widow has done in the MCU thus far. That's what I think. And maybe not an entire prequel, maybe definitely not before Iron Man 2, but I think it's going to be a prequel to a lot of the stuff that happens definitely before Endgame and stuff like that, because obviously, spoilers, she died in Endgame. So that's, I think that it's going to have a little time jump in there where it brings it to present day. We're going to see Pug running as Black Widow at that point moving forward, have her be introduced in Hawkeye and the Falcon and Winter Soldier, everything like that. So that's, I don't know, man. There's so much I want to talk about. It's going to be announced tonight. I would love to do an episode later after all this is done. And I can't. I don't have the time. This is pretty much the only stream I can do today is right here. But I will say this. Make sure you watch at 4:30. Again, Disney is sharing it on Twitter. Jump on your Twitters. They're probably sharing it on the Facebooks and the Instagrams. Jump on there. They have links there where you can watch this in about 35 minutes or 40 minutes or something like that. Make sure you jump over there because it's going to be big. As Cal J's saying, and if I can pull it up, this is going to be big. It sure is, man. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're all looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys got a chance to watch this video before everything came out. And actually, if you're watching it after, you can now come at me on Twitter and say, hey, you're an idiot. You're wrong about everything, or not. But either way, thank you for watching. Again, jump over to my YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and just thanks for the interaction, Caleb. Thanks for everybody who commented and interacts with me. I love it. You have no idea how much I appreciate all that. You can find me on Twitter at Bridge Geekdoms. You can jump over to Facebook, look up Bridging the Geekdoms. You'll find me there. Follow that page there. Bridging the Geekdoms Facebook page. I share all of the articles that I do and that the Spoilerverse does. Spoilerverse.com is my network, my home web page that I run out of. It's an amazing website. We're doing some great things. If you want to contribute, hit me up. I'll send you a link, an email, who you can email to start contributing for us, because we're looking for people to contribute. Right now, we can't pay anything. We're still an up-and-coming website, but we're doing some amazing things, and I will make sure that you get on my show. We can promote your stuff and get you all going because we need some contributors. I would love to have anybody who's passionate about pop culture, video games, movies, comics, superheroes, whatever it is. Just hit me up on the Twitters, and we will get you over there collaborating with me and everybody else on the team. But with all that said, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I can't say that enough. All of you who, whoops, there goes my phone again. All of you who put up with my shenanigans, my phone's moving, everything like that. Thank you so much. But with all that, I will talk at all of you later, guys. See ya.